We are counting down to the new year with a look back at some of the biggest stories we covered in 2022. One of them turning into our 12 News I-Team series called Locked Inside, exposing concerns with Arizona's mental health care system.
Our reporting in the past year and a half has resulted in big changes. Other parts of this case still remain unresolved. Here's Team 12's Erica Stapleton picking up the rest of the story.
Wild Horse Drive in Gilbert, now quiet.
It's a good thing that it's for sale.
But neighbors are still haunted by what happened inside this house.
I think it kind of brings closure to the entire thing that happened. Unfortunately, nothing that anybody does can bring back the life that was lost.
April 12th, 2021.
Sir, we have a bad connection. Where are you at? 3583 East Wild Horse?
A murder at a Gilbert group home.
Yes.
Where some of the state's most vulnerable people were supposed to be under 24/7 supervision.
One detained.
Resident Christopher Lambeth, accused of killing housemate Stephen Howells after the group home employees working that morning locked themselves outside the house.
So you guys left the house without any keys?
The 12 News I-Team uncovered this wasn't the first time Lambeth was charged with murder. Back in 2007, he was convicted of a double homicide after pleading guilty except insane to killing his grandparents. He'd been living with them at their home outside of Tucson and had a history of mental illness.
It was a tragic thing that had to happen to them.
In that case, he was sentenced 25 to life to the state hospital for treatment, but was released early to live in the community by the state's Psychiatric Security Review Board in 2016.
The next person to come in before the board is Christopher William Lambeth.
The board is tasked with overseeing all people deemed guilty except insane. The board's been under scrutiny in the wake of the group home killing. Governor Doug Ducey ultimately signed a law to get rid of the board in 2023, mandating that all guilty except insane cases will now be overseen by superior courts statewide. Throughout 2022, the board failed to hold its regular monthly meetings, unable to meet or make decisions due to too many resignations.
I gotta say I'm disappointed, but I'm not at all surprised.
Some advocates like Will Humble think the move to courts will help.
The Psychiatric Security Review Board has been under-resourced for a long time.
But others, like the board's former chairperson, Dr. James Clark, wrote in a resignation letter that he thinks the new law is, quote, a legislative blunder, and questioned whether courts had the resources to handle these complex cases. As for Tilda Manor, the Wild Horse Drive location lost its license to operate in June 2022, more than a year after the group home killing.
It's certainly a good start.
Neighbor Chris Lineberry, a voice for change since the killing.
I think that there definitely needs to be more oversight.
Stephen Howell's family is suing Tilda Manor for failing to care for both Stephen and Christopher Lambeth. They've also added the state health department to the lawsuit, claiming they missed red flags during home inspections. Christopher Lambeth also picked up another charge while in custody, aggravated assault, after he allegedly attacked another inmate in a holding cell, seemingly unprovoked, according to security camera footage capturing the whole ordeal.
All of a sudden, he attacked you by punching you with closed fists in the face.
Lambeth is scheduled for a trial on both charges in May 2023.
When you and I talked last time, I said the wheels of justice move slowly. But what this is demonstrated is that they do move.
Erica Stapleton, 12 News.
To learn more details about this brutal case that rattled a Gilbert community, you can listen to the 12 News I-Team podcast, Locked Inside. The 6-part series is available on Spotify and Apple Podcast.